Welcome to Inspirational Journeys, everyone. My name is Ann Harrison Barnes, and today I'm doing something special. And I may be doing this in future episodes of the podcast, doing audio video recordings, solo recordings like this one, which I record over Zoom and then I upload to the podcast, to YouTube, and then I'll start uploading them to Facebook. So my Facebook followers, the people who like my page, actually be able to see this too. This was brought on by a challenge, and today I have two things to celebrate. Number one, as I told you, I actually uploaded a video to Facebook. Number two, I joined Jen Lowry's Patreon, which she talks about a lot on her podcast. And Tish and I have joined it, and the reason I did the video was to take on the challenge. Well, now that I know that I can actually do it using Zoom and Firefox for Facebook, for uploading Facebook videos, I'm going to start doing more of these because now I have a platform. I'm totally blind, and it is definitely hard for me to do videos on my own. Now, you may not see thumbnails, but you will see me. And so those are my two milestones. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is goals for 2020. This part of the goal was actually started this month, and now that I've got this far, now that I've gotten this far on the podcasting video thing, this will be one of my future goals, which I definitely need to write down. But another one is to set up my Patreon account so that I can start gathering patrons too, but mine's going to be different than a lot of others because I also crochet. So at the $1 level, I'm going to give you shout outs. I'm going to create a secret Facebook group where you guys can join and become part of my tribe. And we will talk all things writing and even crafts if you guys, if you are writers that like to do crafting on the side. But mine is going to be called Inspirational Writers for Christ, IWC. And I will be giving you more details about that fairly soon. Simply because I've got to get it set up and built and everything first. But I already know what my level is. I'm also at the $1 level also going to do, if you guys have questions either on Patreon or for the group, I can do a video per month to answer your questions. Or if you'd like, I can do podcast episodes too. I can answer those questions on the podcast as well. But I would definitely, you guys get first dibs on them. And then if it's writer questions or crafting questions, because you guys can ask me about my crochet. You can ask me anything within reason. But if you join. But once I will do the video questions for patrons first. And then if it's writing specific, I will put them out there on the podcast and put my answers out on the podcast after the patrons see them, simply because I want to stick with, writing and for the podcast. But of course, patrons will get exclusive access to other videos. But that's part of the plan. And then I've got some crocheted items and things at further tiers. I haven't written it all down yet, but that's just a goal for 2020. So be looking out for that. So, not only that, my goal for April is to get my poetry book entitled The Spirit of Creativity published. I've got to finish getting the manuscript together, send 3 poems to an editor friend I met on the Christian Writer Support Group on Facebook. Her name is Kelly F. Barr, and I'll let you know how that goes. I'll talk you through that process. And then next year, I also want to get A Journey of Faith edited. I've already done the first round of edits, like I told you before, and I want to get it do further rounds of edits next month, and actually maybe later on in the spring or something, once I get all my rounds of edits, I'm going to go see a couple of friends of mine and send it to them so they can beta read. And plus, it gets me out of the house for a few days. So, but anyway, that's part of my goals. I don't know exactly when things are going to happen. And I don't write them down as often as I'd like. But another thing I want to do before the end of 2020 is get Journey to the Mountaintop published, get Intervision and Maggie's Gravy Train Adventure updated and in print. I've got to talk to Carly from Crimson Cloak Publishing about that one. And also, I am going to revamp Stories Outside the Box as well, because it definitely needs to be edited, developed, published, and things like that. So, and I want you guys to pray for me, because tomorrow I'm going to look over a story I wrote called Trash Heap that was supposed to be for another competition, and I didn't get it in time. But I'm going to edit it and look at it, and I may even change that first sentence, because now that I'm editing it, it doesn't have to follow that for Fahrenheit 451 first and last sentence kind of thing. Though I may keep it that way, because just for the sake of making it unique, following those specifics. But if the editors at Something or Other Publishing say otherwise, then of course I will change it. But I'm gonna look at it and see if there's anything I can do to edit it. I'm gonna ask the Christian Lee from Something or Other Publishing about the guidelines, and then I'm gonna submit it to him, because he definitely wants to see that, and it'll be part of an anthology that they're publishing. And I will definitely keep you abreast of this, because I'm going to need to get some votes for that. But I will let you know about those updates as soon as they come. And I'll be adding some more stories to Stories Outside the Box. So yeah, y'all just keep me in your prayers, and keep me in your prayers for all these other goals that I've mentioned. And yes, let's celebrate. Yay! I finally got my first video up on Facebook. Even though it's in a private group, it's still on Facebook. So that's one challenge. Jen has been trying to challenge me to do this kind of thing, to do Facebook Lives. Okay, Facebook Lives don't work for me. I realize that. But Jen has been challenging me to do these videos on Facebook for quite a while now, and I finally got it to work. Trying to do Facebook Live is frustrating, but uploading videos, recorded videos that are banked and people can comment on, is not going to be as much of a challenge, because I'll use Firefox for that instead of Google Chrome. Google Chrome was a bit tough, but now I know how to do it. And of course, I can upload photos. That's no problem. But videos, you guys will see more of those. So I'm actually putting this up on YouTube and Facebook. So this will be your first video on my page, for those of you who like the page. And for those of you who subscribe to the podcast, my YouTube link is there. So hop on over to YouTube and watch that. And see me sitting here in my sweater and my hair kind of yeah, okay, but I'm not really, shall we say, dressed to the nines. I'm me. I'm keeping it real. It's unscripted, but I'm doing my first solo video, and I use the Zoom platform to record it. But you know what? It's free, and I have that option. So I'm actually using that option and taking advantage of that, because it's an easy way for me to show you, for you guys to see me, not just hear me, but actually see me. And I can probably, and I haven't done this yet, but I may put this first solo video up on my website too. I may try to upload that to my blog. I mean, I can put the link to it on YouTube, but I may try to upload videos to the blog. I'm not sure though. Just pray for me on that, and I'll be praying for that too. But you guys, I'm gonna leave you with the same verse that I left the private group that I'm in today, and it was Jeremiah 29:11, and that is, "For I know the thoughts I think toward you, thus saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Okay, so I've found, let me put it this way. I love this verse because I found the truth in it so many times. And especially today, where God didn't want me to be stressed about the video. God wanted, it showed me a way to utilize video recordings in a way that is not stressful, and it's actually fun and easy to do. So you guys understand that no matter what life throws at you, God's got your back, okay? And God will take care of you and show you that if one way doesn't work, there's another way to work around your writing situations. You guys keep writing, and hopefully I'll have another interview for you fairly soon. I'm talking to Wendy Ledger. I just bought her new book, The Sharpest Claw, so I'm going to try to get in touch with her to set up and schedule an interview. And I got a couple more I want to talk to as well. So if I don't do very many this month, I want to try to get some more in 2020. Another thing is getting a few more interviews too. But anyway, those will come up, and I'll do solo episodes like this. And if you guys have any questions, you can comment on the videos where they're posted, or you can, email me, contact me via my website, find me on social media at Ann Writes Inspiration on Facebook, at Ann Writes75 on Twitter. You know how to get in touch with me. My feedback information is in the description, and I'll put a link to the podcast in the YouTube and Facebook videos. And so that I can so that you guys can come find me. Okay, so you guys take care, have a blessed day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye now.